On Thanksgiving Day, Commander-in-Chief Donald Trump visited U.S. Coast Guard Lake Worth Inlet Station located nearby his Mar-a-Lago resort in Palm Beach where he is vacationing. While there, Trump made a series of meandering remarks, which included touting his administration's accomplishments and thanking the Coast Guard members for their hard work. At one point his speech strayed into a familiar but chronically erroneous subject matter for the president: the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter. The president has a long and inconsistent relationship with the F-35 program, which we have documented in detail. He went from being a vocal critic of the program to being one of its biggest cheerleaders, having proclaiming that he alone fixed it after negotiating down its price, a claim that is dubious at best. More recently, the president strayed into the F-35 realm when talking about relief efforts with Puerto Rican officials while visiting the storm-ravaged island, and just as in this latest instance, for some reason he brought the program up while addressing the U.S. Coast Guard, stating, "Amazing job, and amazing job. So amazing that we're ordering hundreds of millions of dollars of new airplanes for the Air Force, especially the F-35. Do you like the F-35? I said, how does it do it in fights, and how do they do in fights with the F-35? He says, we do very well. You can't see it. Literally you can't see. It's hard to fight a plane you can't see, right? But that's an expensive plane you can't see. And as you probably heard, we cut the price very substantially, something other administrations would never have done, that I can tell you." The statement was puzzling, not just because it was astonishingly off-topic and inappropriate considering the setting and audience, but it doubled down on previous comments that alluded to the possibility that Trump has a very poor understanding of the aircraft's capabilities, and may even think the aircraft is actually invisible, not just low observable in terms of its radar return and low probability of intercept electronic emissions. But what he told the coasties in Florida on Thursday seems to further underscore the possibility that he does indeed think the controversial jet is invisible. With the Air Force, we're ordering a lot of planes, in particular the F-35 fighter jet, which is almost, like an invisible fighter. I was asking the Air Force guys, how good is this plane? And they said, well sir, you can't see it. I said, yeah, but in a fight, a fight, like I watch on the movies, the fight, they're fighting, how good is it? Well, it wins every time because the enemy cannot see it, even if it's right next to it, it can't see it. I said, that helps, that's a good thing. But we have equipment that nobody has the equipment that we have. It's sad when we are selling our equipment to other countries but we're not buying it ourselves, okay? But now that's all changed. And I said the stuff that we have is always a little better too. When we sell to other countries, even if they're allies, you never know about an ally can turn, you're going to find that out. But I always say makers a little bit better, give it that extra speed, a little bit, keep about 10% in the bag. Because what we have nobody has like we have, and that's what we're doing. Trump's comments on weapons exports are also interesting to say the least, as they show a basic misunderstanding of export controls, including those surrounding the F-35. The F-35s being sold to America's allies have not been downgraded for export as was rumored for years as the program began to mature. Israel is the only country that will have special ability to alter the F-35's capabilities for their own needs. In some cases, other fighter aircraft and weapon systems are exported with tailored capabilities intended to reduce risk and to help keep U.S. regional policy and balance of power in check. For instance, Iraqi F-16s were not delivered with AIM-120 capability, and Saudi Arabia received their F-15S aircraft with downgraded radar and electronic warfare capabilities. Taiwan is maybe the best example of this, with the Obama administration banning them from buying new F-16s, so instead they had to upgrade their older F-16s to a similar standard. In recent years, fourth-generation aircraft like the F-16 and F-15 have been exported in far more potent form than older examples still serving with America's air arms. But as far as the F-35 goes, a USAF F-35A and one delivered to the Netherlands will have the same capabilities in radar cross-section. That is, unless Trump has let slip that this has changed something international customers won't be happy about, to say the least. Regardless, having 10% more speed is not a major tactical factor anyways.